This is another series of our MATLAB tutorial. Now, let's go over to the editor environment. So let's start writing our code. Now, the technique I'm going to be introducing to you, it's an efficient way for you to select your images of any format. Now, why this technique is important, I'm going to show you 2 things why this technique is very important. Okay, so let's go straight into writing the code. Let's begin with our tradition: clear all, close all. Let's read the image. The first thing is to read the image. Okay, so let's use read. Let's read the image. The first image, let's read some images in our directory. Let me take you through some exercises. So let's read the cat image, which is .jpg. Alright, so let's display the image. So let's use show. Show. Let's display this image. Okay, so let me run. So let's title this test underscore new underscore 3. All right, we were able to successfully read this image. All right, so now it will have to read another image with another format. So it means we have to change the format again. Okay, so let me read this particular image that has a different format. Okay, I've got an image with a different format, ppm. So if we have to do that, it means we have to change this image. Let's call it baboon .ppg ppm rather. So let's read this image. Let's run and let's read. Oh, it shows us now. We can see this baboon. So now if you have to read images of different formats, imagine you have thousands of images with different formats and you have to read them one after the other. Don't you think it's going to be tiring, time consuming? It's going to be hectic changing the format of the image over and over again, because you need to even understand and know each of these image formats. So it means you have to do a lot of work. So I want to introduce you to a very simple technique that is going to solve this issue. You don't need to change the format over and over. Try to understand or know which format the image is saved with. So you can overcome this stress by a simple line of code. All right, so let's mute. So let's mute this guy. So let's comment this guy out. Okay, so to comment in MATLAB, you use the %sign. Okay. Okay, so let's do something very quick. All right, so we're going to use a simple command. So we're going to say file, path. Now what we want to do is we want to concatenate the file and the path together in order for we to be able to use a command called the user interface method in MATLAB to be able to read and select images of any format, and then we can save ourselves the stress of trying to change the format of the image every time we want to read a new image. All right, so we have this variable file path, which is, we'll set it to be equal to, we'll use I'm going to use a method in MATLAB which is UI get file. So this command will enable us to be able to select any file of our choice. It doesn't matter the format of this image, we can still read it and display it without any error. Alright, so we're going to pass two arguments. The first one is to indicate that we want to read all the files of all the formats, any format of the file. So we're going to say asterisk dot asterisk, then the quote, and then we say comma. The next command is to give the window a name. So it means that this will enable us to create a kind of a window that is going to pop up, giving us the option to select any file of our choice. And then when we use the asterisk dot asterisk, it means it should accept all kinds of formats of this file. Now let's set any name. Let's say image, let's say select an image. So don't forget we have to put this in quotes. Okay, let's say select file, and that will be okay. All right, so don't forget, let's terminate this line of code so that MATLAB will only execute it, but it doesn't have to display, it doesn't have to show us the result. Now the next thing we need to do is that we need to concatenate the string. Now what happens is this code will actually locate the path of this file. It's going to tell us where this file is. So it's going to tell us the file and the path. So this is what this command does. So we need to put them together. We need to concatenate the file and the path together so that we can read these images. So each time we select an image, the file we select will automatically be concatenated to the path. So that is what we want to do now. So let's use the variable loc log equal to string concatenate. So we're concatenating the strings together. So let's concatenate the string. Now we see the path of the image, comma, and the file in that path. So let's concatenate together so that they become a single path, direct path to the image. Okay, so let's terminate that part. Okay, now let's read the image in this path that we have concatenated. So let's read the image. So let's assign the variable img equal to imRead. Then what are we reading? We're actually reading the LOC, which is the log. Okay, let's terminate. Then don't forget img equal to, okay. So at this point, what we need to do is you can actually perform any task from this point. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is let's read this image. Okay, let's read this image and display it. Right, so the first thing we're going to do, don't forget how to read this, how to display these images that we have read. Now we want to read the images that has been saved in LOC log. So we're going to use imshow img. Okay, so let's run and let's see what will happen. Absolutely, now you can see immediately we run the code, it gives us an option for we to select any image of our choice. It doesn't matter the format. Now you can see the name on the window says select file. That is the name which we have set. Now you can go anywhere and select any image of your choice. Okay, so let me select image of my choice from anywhere. Okay, so I can actually select images of my choice from anywhere. Okay, so let me select this image crowd2. So you see, this is awesome. This is a very wonderful trick on how you can read any image of any format. Okay, so we found this image, we're able to read this image from any directory of our choice, and we're able to display it. All right, so from here you can perform any kind of task. This makes it very easy for you to read an image. You can also convert it to a grayscale. You can do whatever you want to do with it, then you can display it. Now let me take a step further. Let's carry out a simple pre-processing on this image. Okay, so let me comment this line of code. So let's do something a bit fancy. All right, so let's convert this image. Let's do a conversion. Let's convert the image we're going to read into a grayscale. So let's say gray equal to RGB. Now to convert images to grayscale, RGB images, color images, which are 3-channel images, to a single channel image in MATLAB, the command is very easy. So you just simply RGB to gray. Now you need to specify which image do you want to convert to grayscale. So it's the image that we have read. Okay, this is the IMG. Right, so close the bracket and then terminate it. Now let's display this image. Let's use im show. Let's display this image and see what we've got. Right, so this line is to display the image. So let's run. Now let's select any. Okay, good. So you can see a different image file. We can easily display this image file in grayscale. This is awesome. So you can actually do this trick in MATLAB. You can do a lot using MATLAB. Thank you so much. If you've watched up to this point, it means you're enjoying this class. So I'm going to be producing more and more videos, more and more techniques, the things we can do using MATLAB, how we can also use MATLAB for deep learning tasks, for computer vision tasks, to implement AI algorithms. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment if you have any contribution.